All right, Bobby. I'm sitting here with Jacob, drinking a nice latte. Um, not on tour right now. We're just gonna give you like a quick little rundown as far as working in versions that I think will allow us to um, sort of maximize this process between us all, sharing files, keeping track of changes, and all that kind of stuff. So I've got the epilogue file that Jacob emailed to us as an example. I'm going to open up right now, and then the process in which we should do all of our changes. I think we should do this, and Jacob, maybe you can specify. I think we should do this even for the most minute of changes, probably, just so that way the file that was sent to us previously, its integrity is now not damaged at all. And these files stay pretty small, so it's not like they're going to take up a bunch of room on a computer. So I'll wait for this to open up, and then I'll go through the process, which is pretty quick and easy. Alright, so we've got a new file that's opened up. I think that the process that we should go through is open up the file, go to review, and then go to new version. And then it'll, automatically has the time and date, which is, good probably just to keep in there. However, for some reason my time and date doesn't automatically update correctly. So I think that what we should maybe do is title it something like Josh update, and then the actual date that we're modifying this.
And provided that we're doing, multiple modifications in one day, might be beneficial to have the time in there. Because I did one for 7.3 today, which
Sure.
might show up or something like that.
Right. So we could do 7/3/12, and we could just do 3:51 p.m. or OM. And even if we wanted to toss in a comment that just says, after. Sorry, I really can't type. After Jacob initial battery writing, something like that. So you press OK. Now it does not make that the current version. So then you need to go to Edit Versions. Then click on that version that you have now created, and then just go to Make Current. Hit Yes. It just says it's going to close the previous version. Now it loads that in as the current version. Close, and all the file is the exact same. Now it's just an editable format. So just to sort of drive home the point, I'm going to go up here and make a couple of adjustments. So I'm going to take out all the woodwinds, and I'm going to change the tempo. Alright, so I've changed the tempo, and now I can save the file. Everything's fine. And then if we want to reference anything, remember we have not modified that file that Jacob that was previously sent, other than what I just did. So all those comments are still at the bottom, everything. But if I want to go back and reference something, then I can just go to previous version, and it's going to jump back to whatever the previous version was. And now this is not editable unless it's the current version, but everything is now the same way that it was. And say, for example, and I believe that it works this way, you can still copy and paste in between versions. So say, for example, I deleted that by accident, or maybe, more realistic, say I want to keep the clarinet part, and I'm not able to undo it for whatever reason. I can just go to copy. I'll come back to my current version, and now I'll toss this back into here. So now we are able to move back and forth between the versions. If I save it, it still keeps it the current version. Whenever I send it to you, when you open it up, it will be the current version. So that's pretty much how I think we should work with versions within Sibelius. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, and I guess I'm just curious, but when you go up to edit versions, I mean, current version doesn't replace the title for which we've called the current version. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Right.
is the current version is always going to be there. It's just basically a generic template or title for one of these that we choose that we designate for the current version.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to have these times here so that we can understand. Oh, okay. Well, obviously the most recent time should be notated as a current version. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. And anytime that you make any kind of change, it always thinks that you're going to create a new version. So as long as you just work within your version, and then like for example, if I close this, I don't know if it'll ask me. No, it didn't at that time. Probably just because I hit save at the end. But I think that's sort of the generic way that we should work within that, and we'll figure it out. But the main thing is just sort of overly notating all of our changes and stuff like that. But we should be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Peace.